What's up, faithful? Welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Alston. Maddie B is inactive tonight. Niner Lady Dina is inactive tonight, so it's just the two of us. It is Wednesday, November 12th. How you doing, Ty?
I'm doing okay. Doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Yeah.
Before we
Isn't
get
it like the 49er way? We got players inactive and not
I know. I
available
think
for the
this is the
game,
first time we actually have both Dina and Maddie inactive. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah,
There you
we'll
go.
we move on and
Exactly.
ready to roll. But before we get started, we are brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Niners gear made for the faithful by the faithful at faithfulgear209.com. And Robert does a nice job, so go over and check out his website. And he doesn't only do what's on his website; he'll do pretty much whatever you want. So, all right, let's get right to it. I didn't want to spend too much time talking about last Sunday. Um, but it was not good.
It was
Um,
as ugly as it could get, right?
yes, I think it was. I don't. I think it was uglier than the Houston game.
hmm
I think it
Yeah.
was uglier than the Jacksonville game.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Um, First starting off with the refs, the calls and the no
The
calls.
no calls. Oh my gosh.
The one that got me was the one where they said that George was not set.
Yeah.
And then the Bethune late hit.
hmm It's
So your
terrible.
thoughts on that, Ty?
It was terrible. It started off terrible with the no calls. That first pass to Jawan Jennings, where you see the DB was literally on his back way before the ball got there, and there was no flag. And that was just an indication of how the day was going to go overall, right? And we always complain about the refs and this and that, but what made Sunday so bad is that they were clear and obvious, right? This wasn't no little ticky tack thing, right? Pass interference and the guy is touching them. No, this was clear. Like George, you mentioned the Kittle play, goes in motion, comes to a complete stop, and no one else is moving. And they say illegal motion on who?
Yeah,
On who?
he definitely was set.
Both feet were planted on the ground. How is that illegal motion? It was terrible. That's what I'm trying to do. Terrible. The refs were terrible all day. And it's funny when they do throw a pass interference call, it was on Kittle after he makes the catch.
Yeah.
It's like, gee, thanks for nothing. Just thanks for nothing.
Well, the Rams had all their starters. We had our second stringers. We still almost had the opportunity to tie the game.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that, Ty?
Yeah, it's just starters, backups be damned. I think we just dug ourselves into a hole early, and that set us way back. Right. And even with that hole, we were still digging ourselves out. But I think they just had a great game plan. It's one of those games. And we experience these games every year where the other team just has a great game plan against us and things don't go our way. And even though we fight and we crawl and we get punched and punch back, it just doesn't go our way at the end. That was this game. So, I know a lot of people are bummed at the outcome and it's the Rams and we always want to beat the Rams. But the silver lining is we competed with them. I just think that first quarter hole just kind of set us back too much. And we couldn't get over that hump from it.
There's something that I think it was the broadcast that said this, that, Kyle Shanahan's team is not built to come back from behind.
Yeah, Tom Brady said that.
Yes. Which he was a little annoying throughout the entire
The
broadcast.
entire thing, even leading up to it, he was talking about the Niners like, oh, they disrespected me. I don't like them. He was, oh my gosh, he was very annoying to listen to.
Yeah, and it's not the first time like I've listened to him, like
Yeah.
all season, and it was just something about Sunday that was just
Yeah, it
oh,
was
it was
extra.
terrible.
It was little extra there.
But yeah, I mean,
But
the thing with the first quarter, when the Rams pretty much marched down the field on their first possession, it was similar to the Giants game.
yeah,
But I felt a little differently. As far as with the Giants game, I'm like, oh, we'll come right back down and we'll march down and we'll punch it in. This game, not so much.
yeah, not at all.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, uh-oh, I think it's going to be one of those days. And I very rarely think that.
Yeah. No,
But it was just, go ahead.
No, go. I'm sorry to cut you off. But I was
No,
going to say I had the same feeling. That,
yeah.
okay, this is like the Giants game. We'll our turn to go back down and punch it in ourselves.
What's up, McNiner?
What's up, David? Yeah, but when we went 3 and out, it was like, oh. Then it went from reminding me of the Giants game to the Texans game. Because the same thing happened against Houston, right? They went down. It's like, okay, we have to respond. We go 3 and out. So the defense doesn't have time to rest or recalibrate, try to shift their focus, etc. They're right back on the field. It's like, this isn't a good sign.
I also love the fact how the Rams thought that they won the Super Bowl with beating us.
I've never seen a team party that hard over a regular season win.
I could see if we had all our starters. And it's a division game, and
right.
and there's all this talk back and forth, and the hype is high and stuff like that. But we had second string, maybe third string in there.
Yeah.
And they're making fun of like the bump box and and stuff like that. And it was just
but even if everyone was there, the celebration, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was as if they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, big time.
And it's like it's week 10. Still a lot of season to go.
Big Ron says the offense did not help the defense.
Yeah, in the first quarter. Yeah. Because it's like we just mentioned, you want to see the offense respond. And they didn't. That first drive, 3 and out. The second drive, we're moving the ball. Juwan Jennings fumbles. It's like, third drive, we're moving the ball again. We get down to the 11-yard line. We're like, okay, here we go. 4th and 1. Luke Farrell doesn't execute. He doesn't hold his block. CMC gets tackled for no gain. Turnover on downs. Another wasted drive, right? It's like,
and you only get so many.
Yeah.
You only get so many, especially like, with Matthew Stafford. I mean, you want to be on the field as much as possible. You want to keep him on the sideline. I know David Lombardi calls it hog the ball. You want to hog the ball.
Yeah. You want to have time of possession on your side, right? You want to keep their offense off the field. Keeps your defense fresh. That's what it's about, I don't blame you, Dawn.
Dawn said my cousin tried to talk smack to me after the game. I completely ignored him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who know. I don't know any Rams fans, but I feel bad for if you live in the LA area. I know I got in a couple of texts that people were saying that it's unbearable. So I can only imagine. What's up, Chris? He said, "Yep." Kittle said it best about the offense. Let the defense down. He pretty much said that it's up to the offense.
Mm-hmm.
from pretty much from here on out. Like the defense will get better, but the offense has to score points. What do you think,
George
Ty?
George clearly listens to the show. He's copying my bit. I've been saying that since last year, but hats off to George, because this isn't the first time. He's been saying this for 3 weeks straight now. He's like, hey, this offense is capable of putting up 28 points a game. We got to do it. We got to show up. We got to be there. And George, being the leader he is putting it on himself. And he's simply telling the truth. Like, we can't keep putting the defense on the field back to back to back like that, especially being what it is now. Like, you're already missing, Fred and Nick, and then your top two draft picks aren't playing, not to mention other guys. So they're a little behind the 8 ball there. So it's like, hey, we need to step up. If you look at the first part of the season, you can easily say the first 5 wins, the defense won them. The defense won those games, right? Making plays, putting the team on their back, holding teams under 20. It's like the offense now has to step up and say, hey, we're going to carry the load here.
Big Ron says at 6-4, we're better than healthy teams.
We are. We're sitting pretty. I mean, the season is not over. I know everyone, as soon as we lose, the sky's falling. Oh. Season's over.
Fire everybody.
People already talking about the top free agents for next year. And it's like, oh my gosh.
We should just tank the rest of the season, get a better draft pick.
Yeah. We got 7 weeks to go, 7 games to go. Like, and our bye week is coming up. Like, let's pump the brakes here.
Is huge.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. So there's still a lot of football to play. I think we're in a good position. Ugly games like this happen every year. Let's not forget that infamous Christmas Day game in 2022 when we played the Ravens.
Yeah, Brock had like 5 interceptions.
Yeah, that was a highly anticipated matchup, etc. And could have been a Super Bowl preview. And they came into Levi's and put up 40 plus points on us. And everybody was like, oh, we're not going anywhere. We wound up in the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
And I know the conditions are a little different, but we're getting players back. We're getting healthier. You're seeing the offense pick it up. They did put up points on Sunday, and this is the second game in a row that they've done so. So you see the makings of things getting better. Oh, big time, Crazy Juice. Big time.
Yeah, we definitely have some sour fans in the fan base. As far as the offense goes, that offensive line, Jake Brendel, I would love to see Matt Hennessy back in there.
I know.
Jake Brendel just isn't it.
Mm-hmm.
And they absolutely love him.
I know. I don't know why. He actually played an okay game, but he still reared the ugly Jake Brendel signs that you don't want to see. It's like he's letting the guy right by him. It's right, just terrible blocking. Guys coming right through him, right in Mac Jones's face. And it's like, oh, why, Jake? Why? We're trying to get back into this. Come on now.
You know? I mean, as a whole, I don't think the offensive line played terrible. I thought they were.
Yeah.
I thought they were played pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the line does need help. I mean, a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are talking about next year already about drafting Trent Williams' replacement and getting more O-line help. I don't see them doing it in the first round. I see them going defense. But there's plenty of time to talk about that.
We'll see. It depends on how the draft falls, but yeah. I thought it was fun to see Spencer Burford get another start.
Yeah.
And even though they brought in Connor Colby, they kind of split reps there. I think they're trying to figure out who's the best fit. but I thought both guys played well. So I still say, ask Trent. Trent, who do you want by you? Like who? What makes you happy makes us happy,
I
and we could
think
go from there.
it's either Spencer Burford or Ben
I meant
Barch.
I meant Ben Barch. I said Connor Colby, but I meant Ben Barch. Ben Barch came in and
Because
they rotated. Yeah,
yeah, because Big Trent has to worry about Connor Colby.
yeah. I don't know.
And you don't want that to happen.
No, yeah,
You want
exactly.
everybody to be on there, just like last year we saw, glimpses of Dom Pooney,
Hmm.
taking care of Colton McKivitz.
Right. We
You
don't
know,
want
you
Trent having to take care of the left guard as well as
right.
his man. Right. Yeah. So I still say, speak to Trent. Hey, Trent, who do you like there? Who are you most comfortable with? Who do you have that cohesion with? Is it Ben Barch or is it Spencer Burford? And let's solidify that so that they can be cohesive and we move forward. Because 13's coming back. So we need that line to be solid, especially on that left side.
All right, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Anybody who wants to come on and tell us your thoughts about Sunday, this coming Sunday against the Cardinals, please do. We'd love to have you. What impressed me was the drive after the half.
Mm-hmm.
When we finally went down. I mean, I can't remember the last time we got the ball after the half and we went down and scored a touchdown.
Yeah. That was a really good drive.
Big Ron says a healthy 49er team is the most dangerous in the NFL, period. I agree.
Well, yeah.
100%.
We know that. But yeah, that was a good 10-play drive.
Yeah.
That used up a lot of clock. I think it was like 5.5 to 6 minutes. Talk about playing keep away. We saw a lot of Brian Robinson in that drive,
which was nice.
It's good to see him get going. Like I said this last week, like give him some consecutive reps, leave him on the field for, a certain amount of reps time just to get him lathered up. And it can play dividends for us, pay dividends. And you saw that. So I think we need more of that going forward, most definitely. But that was a real good drive. And I think that kind of kickstarted the offense for the second half.
Yeah.
They were moving the ball. They were rolling. They were up and down the field. So it was great to see.
Kendrick Bourne had said that we have to respond better after wins. That after wins, we're a little too relaxed. What do you think about that comment?
It may be true. I mean, he's in the locker room. He knows. So we are on a win-lose streak. I want to see some consistent wins. That's why ergo the thumbnail and the title. The streak is coming. Let's go. But yeah, I don't think from the outside looking in, I don't think that thing is just we had some unfavorable matchups. Like the teams we faced just matched up well against us, and they know us, and they put together great game plans. And it's like we just didn't match up.
Yeah, it's not good emotionally with the win-loss.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of plays with your emotions a little bit. But
Yeah,
we definitely need to, like you said, we definitely need to string some wins together. I think the win streak starts on Sunday. We'll talk a little bit. We'll talk about that game. Christian McCaffrey. Also, well, KB didn't call out the team, but Christian McCaffrey called out the team for how they play after the wins. Said that they seem to play better after a loss, and that can't be the case going forward.
Yeah, because they get a loss, they get that chip on their shoulder. And they're like, no, we got to bounce back. Well, you need that same chip on your shoulder after a win. Like you got to play with that underdog is us against them mentality, no matter what. because as we can see, teams are coming to get you. Big Ron in the house. What's
Big
going on?
Ron, how you doing?
What's good, player?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Glad
All
to see you
right.
guys.
All
Yes,
Yes.
right.
definitely. It's always good to see you. So what are your thoughts about Sunday?
Oh man. From past Sunday, I'll be honest with you. I have to keep it 100. I watched like the first half and I couldn't watch anymore. I'm not much of a faithful. Like, I got a bad heart. I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
But for coming up, I look at the next couple of games, our next 7 games stretch.
Mhm.
All we need to take is at least 4 or 5 of those games.
Yeah.
We
4
got
or 5 of
those.
those games. And it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, we definitely like I said, we definitely could get on a win streak. I
Yeah.
think it's important. I mean, everybody said that the Rams game was huge, and it was, but it was also going to be an uphill battle.
Mhm.
But this Arizona Cardinals game is probably even bigger.
Yeah.
3 of their receivers are out.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray's on IR, so we get Jacoby Brissett.
Mhm.
And we know Brissett pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we know him pretty good. We know him pretty good.
They stunk against Seattle.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did just as bad, almost as bad as we did.
Yeah.
They were a little bit worse.
And this is probably the first time where our injury list is not as long as our opponent.
I know. It's rare.
Yeah.
Because I saw that before, and I was like, wow, the Arizona Cardinals actually have like a really long laundry list of injured players. And here we are, like Trent and CMC had a rest day, and Collins, Winters, Pearsall, and Purdy were all limited.
Mm-hmm.
And they talking about maybe starting Purdy for Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Whew. Remember, I said I swore they were ready to get him in that door and just get him out there and get him started. But apparently, I think they believe in they. I don't know what they're trying to do, but for some reason they're reserving him for something. Maybe they see us in a playoff push, and we might for that. So I see that's the only thing I can see them doing right now is just preserving him for a long stretch.
Well, Kyle Shanahan did say that he has to go through 3 aggressive practices this week. So today, tomorrow, and Friday. And they're going to check in with him to see how the toe is. The only thing is that, you put him out there on Sunday, and if he re-aggravates it, then he's pretty much done for the season.
Done.
Yeah.
They, from what Matt Mayoko has heard, surgery doesn't seem to be an option. Joe Burrow had the surgery. He was back at practice today. I don't know. I mean, Larry Krueger was saying that, the football seems a little loopy coming out of his hands. Not quite sure what that means.
I know. Yeah.
Like keeping him out is going to make with Purdy. Well, we got to think about last year when he was out for after the injury. He came back. He's a bounce back.
Yeah.
He's a bounce back quarterback. He's shown how tough he is. So we can't question his toughness. The only thing is, it's what is Shanahan's plan? I believe this is all Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean, I believe they're taking it. They're being cautious.
Super precautious. Yeah. Super cautious.
Because he went out. He played in Jacksonville. It was a horrible outing.
Wasn't good at all.
He re-aggravated the toe. And now he's been out since, what was Jacksonville, week 3? No, week 4?
Week 4, yeah.
Him and Ricky, they came out.
Yeah.
So he's been out 6 straight weeks.
So you figure that maybe enough of time. I mean, originally in the beginning, they said 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Go ahead. And speaking of that, this is what I don't understand. Ricky Parcells has been out since week 4. He's number three on our depth chart as far as catches and receiving yards. To this game, to 10 games. He's been out since game 4. Why is he still 3 on our list?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, we've seen like most of the targets going to the tight ends and CMC.
Right? Yeah, CMC.
Kendrick Bourne had 2 big games back to back, but hasn't done much else. And JJ's been dinged up, but big games really aren't in him. So Ricky's the deep threat. We saw him get open. We saw him tearing it up when the season began. So you see why the numbers are what they are. That's why a lot of people have been itching for him to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying our wide receivers are slow. I don't know why everyone's saying that now, as if it's like something that's
where you been,
right? I mean, as if it's something that's fairly new. I mean, obviously, we don't. Ricky Pearsall's coming back, hopefully. We don't have Brandon Ayuk at the moment, and those two are the best on the team at separation.
Exactly.
I mean, Ty, you said it, like Kendrick Bourne, he was, the first couple of games, he was great. The one game he had, what was it? 10 catches for 142 yards, something like that, and now he hasn't really shown up.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's all about like who steps up. I mean, everybody says next man up, but that only goes so far, in my opinion.
You got to step up to be
men. What happened to Robinson? What happened to Robinson? This dude, he's off his suspension. Like open.
We thought he'd be a big factor, and that really hasn't panned out.
Yeah, I was actually after his suspension, I was excited for him to come back. Because I thought like, another really good receiver. I mean, he did well with the Rams. And even on Sunday, I thought like this would be like his revenge game.
Yeah.
And like he caught a pass or two, but it was nothing.
Right.
Nothing to brag about, you know?
Yeah. The Kittle was right. Kittle said it. He said it. He said the offense needs to help defense. If the defense is only going to do but that much, the offense needs to score. Because truthfully, if you outscore them, you're going to win. No matter how bad the defense is, you outscore, it's over.
Well, that happens in most games,
Yeah.
That's pretty much the name of the game,
Yeah,
thanks for breaking that down for us, but just messing with you.
That's pretty funny, Ty. Big Ron, what are your thoughts on the defense?
Man, talking about stringers, guys that are just practice squad, just been in the NFL for years, started anyway, and they're playing their hearts out, man. They play out. There's no player I haven't seen that's just with his head down. Player up, trying to get into you can't more than that. Talent, well, yeah. But
you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know. But
but yeah, I mean the defense, I mean, I don't know. Keon White had a sack. Matthew Stafford looked very relaxed in the pocket. There wasn't really a push. So, I mean, there were a couple times where, he fled the pocket and, and stuff like that, but there wasn't really a push. And then that kind of, exposes the secondary. Some people still, today we should have made a trade. But, when you have Nick Bosa out, Fred Warner, Michael Williams, what are you going to do?
Yeah, and for what? The
We just
future?
don't need one, right? And you just don't need one
Yeah.
player at that
One
point.
guy isn't going to do it
Yeah.
to replace
Um,
all those
Yeah.
guys. You know.
The tackling has to get better. I feel like this is, like from last year, this year, you can't just be like throwing your body at the person and expecting them to go down.
All of it is coming from there, and that's no good. It's coming from the secondary.
Yeah, the safeties are
They
they're not
shouldn't be.
tackling very well.
Truthfully,
You know.
is if they get past our first, that's all that's left. So it's like we're not stopping the run. We're not making them scared. Before, I remember at one point they were afraid to run the ball on them. Now I think they want to.
And and Sean McVay was putting like 3 tight ends out there. The matchups were crazy. I mean, you had Malik Mustafa against Devontae Adams.
That was terrible.
I saw that and I'm like, oh boy.
I saw it as soon as they lined up, and I was like, oh no, that's a huge mismatch. That's a Nick special right there. I don't know what Robert Saleh was thinking, what that call was. How did he not see that and try to call timeout? That was bad. Like I said,
you have Luke Gifford in there, which he was getting torched left and right. I'd like to see Nick Martin. They say like, oh, they're just trying to get him to, study the one spot or whatever. I want to see
it. He is end-to-end beast. He's a beast.
Thank you.
He's a beast.
Thank you.
He's a beast.
We saw him in the preseason plays. At the end of the day, it comes down to making a play.
Everybody's waiting. They're like, what happened? So, we had him for what? What is he there for?
So we saw him cover guys in preseason. We saw him make open field tackles. We saw these things. Like, what more do you need to see? And I know people are, they play different positions. Look, a linebacker's a linebacker.
That's right.
The strong side, all he's in charge of is taking care of tight ends or linemen, trying to push them back.
And and it's just that offense. Just reading the offense.
You mean tell me a big dude with all the muscles can't just take on a guy and try to block him or disengage? And then if you try to run on him, well, he's a former safety. He can cover. The matchup is favorable when you look at it. So sometimes you gotta common sense has to kick in. And you have to say, all right, I know he's a will side linebacker, but today we need him to do that and more. Nick, get out there, man.
What you got to lose?
Go make a play. I mean, what do you got to lose? Luke Gifford's getting burned left and right.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose?
I mean, I didn't even see. Was Nick Martin out on special teams?
I didn't even notice. I know he played last game. He was out there on special teams. I didn't notice him on this one.
Yeah, I don't think they played him on anything. He just stands there.
Yeah, I know he was active. He wasn't inactive, but I mean, and then some people say like, oh, they don't like the way he plays on special teams. I mean,
he's not a special teamer. Some guys are not special teamers.
Not everybody's a Mostert. You can't find a Mostert everywhere.
Not everyone is a special teamer. But if you put him out there and say, hey, cover this tight end, I bet you he could do that well.
McNiner says we play all kinds of players at a position. Jake Brendel, for example, he spent 7 seasons as a backup.
Well, that's not out of position. That's just him as a backup being thrust into a starter role.
Yeah, thrust it'd be the word. Sometimes it looks like he just don't know what he's doing. Sometimes it looks like he's doing. He just can't handle the blocker. He just can't handle the defense.
Yep.
He looks like he knows what he's doing, but they just. I've seen them just one arm just push him out of the way. as a lineman, like you weigh over 300 pounds. How is that possible?
Terrible
Yeah, I
execution.
mean, when Jake Brendel got hurt, he whiffed on the blocker and he pulled his hamstring.
Yeah. Trying to lunge back to get to him.
Like I don't know. I don't know how you do that. Like, and they even showed like the replay, and I was like, wow, really? Like that's just as bad as Mike McGlinchey, like blocking air.
Oh my
That's
God.
who he is, right?
Oh my God.
Like,
Let's not talk about it.
Taradome says every position is out of position for Jake Brendel.
You know, I think he'll do real well on the bench position. How about that?
Yeah, he'll be a good bench warmer.
Can we reduce him to water boy? Just keep the team hydrated, man.
Big Ron, what are your thoughts for Sunday before we let you go?
Okay, for Sunday, I gotta take. We could listen. We get those points on the board. We got that win, and we have the players to do it. I'm just hoping they have a good plan, a good action. We all good against Arizona, especially in Arizona. So I'm hoping that's on our side. But other than that, bang bang Niner gang. No matter what happens, I'm a Niner fan, man. I tried to love other teams, just couldn't do it.
All right, awesome.
No
it's
doubt.
great to see you.
Good talking to you, Ron.
Thanks
Great
for your
to be here,
support.
and I'll be here every Wednesday.
All right.
Appreciate it. As always, go Niners. Take care.
All right.
All right. Love Big Ron. Ty, did you see at the end the secondary like pointing fingers and fighting?
I saw a little bit of that, yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's a frustration because it was a lot of blown coverages and mistakes, and it was ugly. It was ugly on the back end. It was ugly on the back end. I mean, it started off with Demo letting his guy go for a touchdown, and it just went from there. And it's like, hey, man, they need to be better. They need to be a lot better. And they can be. It's the inconsistency, man. It's what we talked about earlier. It's like one game they look like gangbusters. The next, they don't. They're better than that, and they know it.
Yeah. Taradome says Jake Brendel is that guy. Don't be that guy.
Be that guy.
Yeah. True. I put the link in the chat again. Anybody else who wants to come on down. We'd love to hear from you. Before we get to the Arizona game, Kyle Shanahan gets all the criticism.
Yeah.
He took this team in 2017, tore it down, brought it back up.
Yep.
You have a coach like Jim Harbaugh who was with us, who inherited a good team. Doesn't get the amount of criticism though that Kyle Shanahan does. Mm-hmm. Why not?
Some people love Jim Harbaugh, his personality, his rawness, right? And I don't know why. I don't know why like Kyle doesn't get that same love. I mean, the team is successful. Look at this season. We have a winning record right now. We're still in position to win the division. There's still a lot of football to play. And what he's doing this year, despite everything going on, is phenomenal. But he still doesn't get that love and respect, right? And on Sunday, he called a great game plan. I thought he was on his P's and Q's. The offense just needed to execute. And we saw in the second half, when they started to execute, it was looking real good, right? So he was doing his thing, and he's been doing his thing all season long. So you just can't win with Kyle. People are going to judge him no matter what. He's like a stepchild.
I mean, like Jim Harbaugh, we went to a Super Bowl with Jim Harbaugh. We lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to 2 Super Bowls with Kyle. We lost. the difference, I said, like Kyle, built up the team. Jim Harbaugh inherited a good team.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But let's bring on Terradome. What's up, Terradome?
What up, TD?
Hello, good citizens of
Hello.
Rome. Can y'all hear me 5x5?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
we could hear you. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm going to stream this to my audience so we can cross the streams.
Sweet.
Ghostbusters said, "Don't do that."
Hey, what do they know?
I mean, who are you going to call?
So, Terradome, before we get to your thoughts on Sunday's game and then the game against the Cardinals, we're talking a little Kyle Shanahan and Jim Harbaugh. What are your thoughts on the Kyle Shanahan criticism and the Jim Harbaugh pass?
I'm a Jim guy.
There
I love big Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, easy to get on.
Kyle is incredibly technical, a great play designer, but he's a little too friendly with the help, as we say in the snob land. He's a big player coach. He'll go down to Cabo with the guys, and hey man, he'll steer a game plan for him. Like Debo's was his boy. He's like, man, I'm gonna get you the ball. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Big Jim is what I came up on. Coach is coach. This is Big Daddy's parent, and you're the child. Remember that now. And Big Jim is he's a leader of men. He really approaches it with a warlike, savvy. I'm trying to be real political correct, but the long and short of it is Big Jim is all about the team and coaching, and Kyle is the same too, but Kyle will get stuck in I want to do it my way, and I don't care what the game plan presents. I don't care what everybody's saying I should do. This is my game plan. This is how I'm gonna do it. And Jim he's an adjuster. He's an amoeba. He's gonna make adjustments. He'll say, well, looks like that old 55 over there is having a bit of a game. Let's run it away from him today. Looks like George Kittle is cooking today. He's national tight end day. Let's throw him that daggone thing about 13, 14 times. Can we? And both are effective. Obviously, they've been successful in the National Football League. They have great winning percentages when they're up and healthy, but it's just your preferred cup of tea, I'll say. And with the newer player, with the newer mindset, the AAU guys, I call them, they tend to like, Kyle being, hey, Kyle, can we lay back this week? Can we chill a little bit? Yeah, man, don't sweat that. Don't, I got it. I got it. I'll protect you. It's all good. Jim, hail to the no. I want everybody out there. I want you in the uniform I said, and I want you doing what the hell I told you to do. And I like that. I'm a veteran. Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day, brother. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
That's kind of how we do it. It's worked real good for a long time. But I love both of them, man. Kyle is ours, as well as Big Jim will always be ours. Jim just has had success at every step he's gone through, whether it's San Diego State, whether it's Stanford, whether it's up in Michigan. He's come back here. It's looking okay. He's getting the Chargers right. I expected a little bit more dominance, but he's caught some big injuries there with Big Joe Alt and stuff like that. And Jim loves the offensive line.
Yeah, his O-line got hit hard.
Jim says there's nothing more important than that offensive line because they're the only unit that doesn't depend on anybody. Kyle is a little bit newer and innovative, and he says, well, if we can get special weapons guys, the offensive line doesn't have to be so good. Maybe you could take lesser players and coach them up and stuff. And I had some film on Jake Brindle, man. Here, I don't know. He was out there playing dodgeball with linebackers and stuff, letting them make decisions. You're supposed to go and block him, Jake. And he was like looking at Landman, and he said, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" And Landman just looked at him and and went and made the tackle. And it was a tackle for loss. And I say, there's Jake, man. Jake from State Farm.
Jake being Jake.
Jake being Jake. There he is. I like Hennessy. Not the drink, ladies and gentlemen, but
he like that drink too.
but the center. But the center. But hey, we'll get it right. And it'll come on over. How you doing, Jess? Because I know you love yourself some George Kittle, and when they called that penalty on him, all 49ers hurt, but I know Jess had a.
If you heard screaming in the air, that was Jess.
That was her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I was literally like yelling at the TV because it's like he was set. He you just don't get any more set than that.
It was clear as day.
And they called it, and he even had like a smirk on his face. Like I forget the ref's name, but like when he was like calling it, like some of the calls, I'm like, wow, really? Like, who is this guy?
And even the commentator said, no, that in live action, usually they cover their own. They like, but the commentator said, yeah, he blew that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was
that's how clear it was. Like Fox couldn't even clear it up. Cover it up. I mean, it was like, oh yeah.
You got it.
They messed up on that.
This is bad. Yeah, you got it.
So Bebop says McKivitz owes the Niners some money back.
I
don't know. I think he's doing pretty well.
McKivitz has been, guys, we're not going to get a Trent Williams Jr. On the other side, but as far as to NFL standards, I think he's been right decent. I've seen a steady progression last year, and he's not horrible, and he's not really bad, and he gives maximum effort. Last week, not this past game against the Rams, but last week, man, he was messing around with Daniil Hunter, and I forgot the other kid's name. And they were just superior athletes. It's and I think he only had a sack on him or a couple pressures, but he was just way better than McKivitz. And we probably should have schemed up more of what we call Chicago or Chico routes that as Christian McCaffrey or Juszczyk exits the backfield, just give a little chip.
Just give him a chip
to help him out, and then get to your flat or your out and up or your Oklahoma, your Texas. Yeah. But, that it was bad last week.
Colton is a good player. We all know his Achilles heel, though, are those athletic, quick defensive ends.
As well as the end. That's why the NFL pays those guys that money.
Exactly. That's why and
good guys.
The people you mentioned, the Daniil Hunters, the Brian Burnses, like those types. And teams know it. The film is out there. If you look back at those games, they're lining them out wide. So they could get that speed rush because they know going. Colton, that's his Achilles heel.
They got rip moves. You know the deal, Ty.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, Terradome, I agree with you 100%. When we're in those situations, right? I'm like, oh, chip right. Whatever the call is, we're gonna help him out so he can have extra second to help.
Yes.
and we could get this playoff.
Give him that little forearm shiver, a little
Yep,
something
a
that
little,
you come out
on the
there,
way
little
out.
chicken
Yep.
wing, yeah, chicken wing 'em, and then go to your round.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a little help on this.
Ty, you mentioned Brian Burns. He should be a 49er. And I'll continue to say that.
Calling for that.
I've said it. I've
Oh.
said it like 2 years ago. I've been
Yep.
calling it since
Yeah,
like forever.
and Daniil Hunter was my crush too. I know exactly how you feel. Yeah, Brian, I'm down here in North Carolina, Fort Bragg, and yeah, he's right up the road, man. Brian Burns he's got those long arms like Alden Smith used to have, and
Yep.
he just cut, and they just so special. You just want those on your team, but we kind of stayed pat and didn't make a move. So okay.
Are you okay with that, or did you expect them to make a move?
I absolutely hated that. I'm always trying to win. You got these folks who say, yeah, we got to get ready for 2026 and 2027. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about, man? What were we, 6-3?
We were 5. I think we were 5-3. Yeah.
5-3, man, in top place on the NFC West. I know some people have gone down, even our quarterback's gone down, but dude, these opportunities, I don't get ready for 2026 until the end of the season. I don't care about 2026. You don't know the run you can get on. If you get into the playoffs and you're healthy and you're hot and you're hot and you're hardy, man, it's a whole new season. They can catch a couple of injuries, and then there's no clear, distinct winner. There's no world beater in the NFC. So just be that hot team and win. Don't worry about 2026. What are you talking about? You don't need what? You don't know who you're going to draft. You don't know what place you're going to be in the draft. You're not going to get a lineman because you never do. You'll probably get another janky receiver who, gets hurt all the time. Just give up the pick and get me a guy who gets a quarterback on the ground. Give me that marquee guy. Even if he doesn't do it, he just scares everybody and say, hey, he had 17 sacks last year and the year before. I just want him to get off the bus and scare people.
Leon says, I was disappointed but not mad. I'll be mad if they don't sign any free agents or poach anybody, though. I was disappointed too. Yeah. But then after thinking about it, it's like I said earlier, you lose Nick Bosa, you lose Fred Warner, you lose Michael Williams. I mean,
maybe
that one player bringing him over. I mean, right away people are like, oh, let's, like you said, let's move on to 2026. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I hate doing that.
We're still in this thing.
Perfect the game so we won't hurt anybody else. I'm not geared to do that.
Nah.
I'm a cavalry soldier.
We built differently.
We fight until you can't fight no more.
Yeah.
I'm using all the rounds in this chamber. I'm going after it. And maybe that's just me.
I mean, just because we didn't make a move at the trade deadline, which I think if we traded for Keon White at the trade deadline, I don't think anybody would be talking about it.
Exactly.
Maybe so. I like Keon too.
Yeah. And that was the thing, I related to school. I had this conversation. I was relating it to school. If you have an assignment due on Friday and you hand it in Wednesday, if your teacher looks at you on Friday and say, hey, you missed the deadline, you would look at your teacher like they're crazy. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I handed it in. It's done.
There it is.
John Lynch took care of his assignment early. He didn't wait till Tuesday at 4 p.m. He said, nah, I see a guy I want now. I see a free agent that's out there now. Come on over.
Okay.
Don't wait. Get this done now.
I wanted that guy up in Cincinnati, man.
They weren't trading him.
I got a feeling he's like a eaglet in a chicken coop. And he just wants to get out of there and get to a winner and a real defense with a real defensive coordinator, kind of like how Randy Moss was when he was with the Raiders that year. Just get me out of here, man. He went to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Y'all just get me over there. I'm gonna show y'all. I know it looked this way because I'm out here with these idiots, but it's hard getting good background dancers. Just let me get to y'all stage. But yeah, you're right. I mean, economically, hey, Keon White, and he's a North Carolina kid. You know, he went to Old Dominion and Georgia Tech.
He did? I didn't even know that. Okay.
And, you know, he's good. He's got some athletic, skills. He's good.
All right, before we get out of here, Taradon, what's your game plan for the Niners to beat the Cardinals on Sunday?
I haven't broken down the film all the way, but it's looking at my other Cardinals things. We don't have to worry about the necessary movement and mobility of Kyler Murray, but we do have a drop back passer in Jacoby Brissett, who's already got 1,118 yards.
He's slinging it
in 6 games played.
Don't sleep on Jacoby.
Yeah. He's throwing that thing around. He's at 60.9%. And his main targets are, looking at this, I cut it off. I'm sorry. I know it's McBride. It's Bride. We got to really be on there tight end. And then he's going to move on over to Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, he's out.
He's out.
Look at God right there. Okay. Yeah. We limited stuff. They got rushers they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 6 guys that ran the ball over 25 times, got more than 25 carries. Amari DeMarcado, Trey Benson, Bam Knight. I got to look at this guy. Who's Bam Knight? It sounds cool.
He got a good football name, right?
I got to look at him on film a little bit. I know Connor's out, and I just want to check out their running styles and their blocking. Are they a stretch team? Are they a power team? Do they use duo? Things of that nature. But I think this is definitely winnable. But I know how the Cardinals play us. They're pretty.
Yeah.
If they don't get up for one game a year, they're gonna be up for them San Francisco 49ers. They'll be trashed the rest of the year, but they'll be like, oh, remember we beat the San Francisco 49ers. So we got to go in there heavy, man, and really take a win and not just try to receive a win. Amen.
Yeah, I think offensively, I think we need to run the ball.
Okay.
And I know if Dina were on the show tonight, she would say run the ball.
And that's
our thing. Yep.
But we need to run it with both Christian McCaffrey and Brian Robinson Jr.
I like that.
Indeed. Yes,
I
indeed.
like that.
I know Brian Robinson Jr. said today that pretty much I'm paraphrasing, but hopefully the two of us get on the field, at the same time. And Kyle has done that. But I'd like to see more of that.
I would too. Would too. That Brian Robinson, I look at a stat called yards after contact for my running backs. And Christian's lacking a little bit. He's coming off the gas a little bit. And that could be a little age, that could be the Achilles or something. But that horse you got, number 3, coming downhill. I see
big power back
after contact
every time
all year. We need to give that ball on over to big boy every now and again. Did you see him truck Landman who played?
Yep.
Yeah, he got a healthy teeth of thigh
Yep.
His thigh was all up in his mouthpiece. Yeah. I like this young man, and I'm agreeing with you totally. Run the ball. We should. If Brock is gonna play, I don't want Brock over 25 attempts, and I'd like to see our rushes at least 30 to 35 total. And if it's 15-15 Robinson to McCaffrey, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, if we get at least 35 runs on Sunday, good chance we win the game.
That's it. That's our formula. With 20, I think 27-2 when we rush more than we pass. It's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Good
Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, well, the Cardinals are just bad against the run. So, like, this should be that kind of Atlanta formula where Kyle challenges them like, hey, I want 40 runs this game.
That's it.
We gonna pound this thing.
Yeah.
Now, we saw Seattle run all over the Cardinals. What offense does Seattle run? They're literally running our offense.
Yes.
Yep.
Literally.
Stretch.
So, hello, the game plan is there. Like, just do it again. If you see they can't stop it 1 week, let's run it on them this week. And like you said, use Brian Robinson. Get him out there. Let him get those consecutive carries. We see how he is once he gets lathered up.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a load.
So you can split the carries. If you're using CMC primarily in the pass game anyway, let him get 12, 13, 14 rushes. Give the rest to Brian Robinson. It's going to help you overall. And like you said, I know Matt's been calling for this all year. Get him on the field at the same time. Now you really got the defense shook.
Yeah.
Who are they going to worry about just in the backfield alone?
Those linebackers going to have to make business decisions. Linebackers and strong safeties are going to say, well, I got to go over here. Y'all going to be all right over there.
Right. And if that defense starts coming up, now you open the things up for George Kittle to get behind him.
That's how it works.
It's real simple football.
That's it.
It's real simple football, right? And I think defensively, Robert Saleh just needs to get angry and get on his game plan and shut them down.
I think Robert's got a lot of it stems from short motion and cheap motion just before the ball is snapped. And I think teams have identified, they have a hard time adjusting the motion. And what I mean by that is, at the beginning of the snap count, the outside corner is looking at the number one receiver, say, I got this man, and it's all nice and good, and everybody knows where their place is. But then they put that motion in there, and it changes it from a rip to a Liz or a Liz to a rip, and now you done messed me all up. And then they snap the ball on us. And that's why you got guys looking around saying, I thought he was your dude. I thought he was your dude. What you do? So you got to simplify things, use what's called banjo. No matter what, I got outside, you got inside, you got the deep. Just make it real simple. And just switch for your numbers on either side. It ain't but 5 eligible receivers. It's going to be 3 on one side and 2 on the other, or 4 on one side and 1 on the other. Whatever you got to do, just be one more than the side in which you're covering.
Yeah.
And that'll simplify everything. Don't try to do anything else crazy.
Yeah, I'm with the defensively simplify things. Obviously, when you sit back and think of this team right now, and you see that Diamador Lenore is the OG veteran of the defense as it sits right now, and he's only in year 5.
I know.
That's how young and inexperienced this defense is.
A lot. Yes.
Yeah.
And you used to have Fred Warner out there directing traffic a little bit and telling us, no, dummy, go down a little bit more.
Move over. Yeah.
You over there.
So it definitely simplified things, get that going, and pay attention to Trey McBride. It's a copycat league.
Yeah.
I know they're looking at the film going, oh, in Last week they couldn't cover the tight end. Oh, the week before that they had trouble with the tight end. Oh, we give him the ball to Trey 20 times this game.
Hey, let's Trey cook.
Yeah.
I expect things to be cleaned up this week.
Yeah.
But hopefully that continues and we're not at win-loss.
Yeah, that's the key.
One more before we get out of here. Leon Sandcastle fam, would y'all swap Garendo for Corey Kiner? Yes.
I would.
I ain't even see. What's wrong with Garendo? Is he hurt?
No, he's out there. He's just been on special teams.
Yeah.
I ain't see Garendo cowing. I ain't seen
Cowing has a torn hamstring.
Cowing's still hurt. He re-aggravated his injury like 4 or 5 times apparently.
They said, yeah, he tore that thing.
That running back we drafted. What about Jordan James? Is he gonna play?
Listen, we can't get Brian Robinson on the field consistently. So every other running back is like
you're really reaching now, Pterodome.
One issue at a time. You know what I mean? But it would be good to see some of these guys, like especially with a game like this coming up, where like they have trouble stopping the run. It's been that way all year long.
Yeah.
So you use a CMC, you use a Brian Robinson. Hey, if you want to give them a spell, bring a Jordan James in. Let him get a simple power up to 8.
You know, because these kids are on the back of milk boxes.
Exactly. You know,
I know we picked them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to that 2-minute warning. Go ahead, Ty.
Shout out to George Kittle for keeping it real. You know, being that team leader. I've heard people say, "Oh, he shouldn't be saying things." No. George is a team leader, an ultimate team leader at that. When you think of Fred on defense, it's George on offense.
Yep.
Right.
So when he steps up and speaks, instead of criticizing him, let's take in those words, soak it in, because he knows what he's talking about. So kudos to him. The season is not over. 6-4. I do see a streak coming. It's like we always have one of those ugly games that's a pivotal point, and then things kind of get right. And I think Sunday we had that ugly game. Now here we go. So next 3 games, we can win these and go into the bye and then really get right for the stretch run of the season. So stay faithful and go Niners.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you to Big Ron and of course Pterodome for coming on and joining us tonight.
Always good to chat with
you. Yeah, we're 6-4. I think the win streak is coming. We're favored for the next 4 games until we play Indianapolis, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, and this game is going to be a get right game, but we got to keep it going. Like we've said on this show tonight, you know, it can't be win loss, you know, throughout the rest of the year. But we will see you next week, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And as always, go Niners. And Pterodome, you're up.
Hey, leadership. I like what you said about that, man. Subordinate leadership. Get on board. Let leaders lead. Too often we, you know, sit around and question our leaders about, well, you ain't this and you ain't that. Hey, man, that's George Kittle. Shut up and get it done. Come with energy, come with efficiency, and come with execution. Let's get it done. That's it.
And as Big Ron says, go Niners. All right, we're out of here. See you next week.
Have a good one, everybody.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking.